Here we go. Episode 6 of The Barn is Burning. You got a less than full barn today.
Empty barn.
Empty barn, really. The off-camera stuff, you can't see Jacob at all normally, but he is not here.
No Jacob.
And next, Bryce is also not here.
Moment of silence for those who graduated and are no longer with us.
Thank you. Bryce will be back. So will Jacob. Both got into PT school here, so shout out them.
Hey, good on him.
Good on them.
Good on him. Good job, boys.
It's good for the program, too.
It's good for the program.
But, we had a crazy last weekend of football, a little divisional round. Most of the games went kind of how we thought they would, for being honest.
I think for the most part, yeah.
Besides, I didn't think the Bengals would actually be able to do it. I thought they'd cover.
I wanted to point out that it felt like the Bills were never in that game.
No.
Like, at no point did I think that they were going to win.
No, and I think that's part of, who Joe Burrow is. He is a dog, and he's cold. People are comparing him, to Tom Brady. I wouldn't say that's a big comparison.
Where are you reading that? Who's comparing him to Tom Brady?
Barstool.
When?
A lot.
I haven't seen that at all.
Pat talked about it on a show, too. But anyway, I don't think we got a ways to go for that comparison, obviously. But he does have that same demeanor where it's if he's in a game,
you think he's gonna win.
You think he's gonna win. It's pretty fun to watch. The Chiefs got all they could handle with the Jags.
Great season for the Jags.
Shout out Doug Peterson for kicking a
field
goal at the end to cover, because good teams win, great teams cover.
If he doesn't win Coach of the Year, I'll be a little sad because I think that's the only option. That team stunk last year.
That team was the first pick in the draft, if I do remember correctly. And
memory serves correct. Yes.
And everybody said that Travion Walker they drafted, said it was going to be terrible, and he had quite a bit of effect on how they got to the playoffs.
I mean, it's kind of a good thing for a rookie when, you never heard his name this year. It's almost a good thing when you don't hear your name because that means that they don't completely suck their first time playing in the NFL.
100%. And getting to the rookie talk. Got our announcement for who's all up for Rookie of the Year, offensive and defensive.
People aren't happy that Chris Olave is not in the top 3.
I think that's fair. I
agree.
7 games for Brock Purdy, but they're an important 7 games.
Also, not to be biased, Brock Purdy was top 3 in every QB category
100%.
for the last 7 weeks.
I agree. He's played very well. I get why people are frustrated that it's just 7 games because then I don't know how many games Breece Hall played with. Why aren't Breece Hall in it?
I think his was also 7.
But that's a conversation for another day. Brock Purdy, I think, deserves to be in the conversation. And
I agree.
If he wins it, I think it's great. If
every award's
it's fine.
QB award.
Exactly.
Gotta have one in there.
Exactly. And the defensive one, I truly don't know who it's going to go to. All 3 of them have.
All 3 of them are so good.
I won't be mad at whoever gets it.
No, you really can't. Because I think that just based off a name factor. Because I'm just assuming, I didn't actually look at the list, but I'm assuming it's Hutch, Sauce, and Tariq Woolen. Yeah. I think that Tariq Woolen's just going to get hosed, and he's going to be 3rd.
Yeah, and Hutch filled out almost every category you can. He has a fumble recovery, forced fumbles, interceptions, sacks as a D lineman, which is just insane.
Hutch got a pick when he was just hanging 20 yards down the field.
Didn't he pick off Aaron Rodgers too on a tip or something?
In the end zone.
Yeah, he had a great year, and I think again, it won't affect how any of these guys will be looked at down the road.
Yeah,
and what they will do next season. Obviously, I'm a Hutch guy. How can you not be after that Billie Jean performance?
Yeah.
How could you not be?
But I like Sauce a lot too, but I think that there's one thing with corners is a lack of statistics is good statistics. I think he might get screwed with that too.
I agree. And Sauce, I can't like Sauce. I enjoy watching him play, but I can't like him. He's going to be terrorizing Mac Jones.
He will.
For years.
Well, not with that Bill O'Brien offense now.
Dude, Bill O'Brien, shout out.
It's like it was called.
It was like it was said.
Months ago.
Way long ago. Maybe on the podcast.
They had him on layaway in Alabama. They knew he was going to come back.
And then Cliff Kingsbury is going to go to Alabama. Let's call that right now. Cliff Kingsbury will be the offensive coordinator at Alabama.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it makes sense once he gets back from his trip.
I mean, because like when you go to Alabama, it's not like you can really like just fail.
No. Like a failure is what they did this year when they won the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No.
Nick Saban's just getting told that it's not his. He's not the peak program anymore on live TV.
Yeah,
I still love that.
That was a mistake. That seems like it was a mistake.
Do we just bet right now that Alabama doesn't lose a game next year?
I mean, it's got to have good odds right now. Let me do some research here.
Can you bet that? Montana Sportsbet definitely doesn't have that.
Montana Sportsbet doesn't have much.
Because they stink.
Last year, I think it was a month into the season, and Julio Rodriguez wasn't playing well. I was like, oh, this would be a good time to kind of bet on him for Rookie of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Montana Sportsbet doesn't even let you do it. Had it all blacked out.
No,
can't do it. Why would you?
Montana Sportsbet is the no fun sports bet.
100%. Alabama's plus 450 to win the title right now.
Take it. Hammer that. Everyone hammer that.
Yeah. I think
no way Georgia three-peats.
I hope so. It would be cool.
It would.
I
like
don't
Georgia.
think so either.
Back to NFL?
Back to NFL. So we talked about the Jags. Patrick Mahomes gets hurt. Makes it. Chad Henne goes on a 98-yard drive.
I don't think a part of me thought that Chad Henne wasn't going to get points when he went in the game.
No, and as Travis Kelce has been saying, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
I think he's the perfect backup quarterback.
Chad Henne, the greatest backup playoff quarterback of all time, not named Nick Foles.
Yes.
Agreed.
He's came up in 2 spots, huge for them.
Yeah.
And, you can say that drive didn't matter in the grand scheme of things at the end, but that is a momentum type thing.
Also, Patrick Mahomes, football guy, almost in tears when Andy Reid told him that he couldn't play until the end of the next half.
Also, football guy, he's not even limping right now.
No.
He looks, either they got that shot in his ankle 24/7, or he is just a dog.
But like they said on Pat yesterday, it's a Wednesday. He doesn't have Toradol in his system on Wednesday. I think that he's just fine.
I think so, too. I
think that there's a lot of things leading up that could be the Chiefs possibly destroying the Jags or the Bengals. Just in the sense that Patrick Mahomes has never beat Joe Burrow. People think he's going to be hurt. You don't count that guy out because he's him.
Yeah, he is him.
And I hate him.
Yeah, we'll get to that game in a second. The Eagles, they just destroyed the Giants, but also a great season for the Giants. Great season for Danny Dimes.
Yeah. Great season for Dable.
Yeah, Dable did well. Dable should be in that conversation with Doug Peterson, but Doug Peterson should still win.
Most overachieving team in the league, just based off of
yeah.
How many guys on their roster do you want on your team?
Yeah.
Not named Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, and nobody really wants Danny Dimes either, for being honest. And I mean, Kenny Galladay gets a lot of crap, as he should.
Yeah, he stinks.
He's
not good.
And
I used to love Kenny Galladay when he's on the Lions.
I did too. I had him on my fantasy team. It was great.
Yeah, me too.
But sad to see him fall from grace so much.
It's pretty sad.
What was the other game?
Got the bag, though.
He did. Where's that all of them? Did we reach all of them yet?
Niners Cowboys.
Oh yeah, Niners Cowboys.
That happened. That was a game.
That was a game. I was with you. There was a point of where we were all concerned for you.
I think my blood pressure didn't go down until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, once it got to the fourth, it was the Cowboys are going to find a way to lose, but also the 49ers usually find a way to win.
It's true.
The one part that was scary was the drop pick at the back of the when Dak was in the end zone, he threw it right to Greenlaw, I think.
It was either him or Alshire. I don't know which.
Oh yeah, maybe Alshire.
Yeah.
And he dropped it, and you and I and Bryce all thought about Jaquitzi Tart.
Pressure tonight. Stafford airs it out. Jefferson downfield. He's picked. No, dropped. Unbelievable.
It's just Jaquitski. I think that we win that Super Bowl. That's kind of on him.
No, I agree. But I'm just saying, I was like, oh, shit, they're going to go on. Sorry, AJ.
They're going to
go on a drive now. And
once Christian McCaffrey went in the end zone, I really would like to say that I didn't think we were going to lose.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really don't think we were.
That's fair. It did feel kind of I agree.
The Cowboys are going to cowboy.
Yeah, and they tried hard to cowboy.
I saw someone draw up a simulation of what they thought that last play they were running was going to be. There was too much moving parts for that ever to work.
But at the same time, if that play, no matter what you do, has a 1% chance of working, if that.
Well, yeah.
It makes sense to try to get all of your fast guys on the field and try to get them the ball, but it just didn't make. I don't know.
And also, you're giving the ball to the guy that could have ran a kickback earlier, had 3 options of lanes to go, and he took the wrong one, and Robbie Gould tackled him with his ass.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like, Zeke, heck of a snap.
I don't know how many times I have rewatched Zeke just getting flat-backed.
But, I mean, like, he took a great snap.
He did.
Right on the money. Great set. But they did not tell him he was going to have to actually block.
No.
Because I don't think he really thought he was going to block.
No, I think that I don't even remember who it was that was running up to him, but he saw red.
It was rude.
Yeah, it was rude. And then poor Turpin got stuck at the end of the play, too.
Also, it's one of those things where it's like, what if the 49ers would have brought 3 guys and dropped 8 back? Like, what's Zeke going to do? Dak would have just been
don't know.
Sit and duck.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, there's no way that they're going to make something happen before 3 guys would have gotten to Dak.
100%. So that was interesting, you know. Cowboys, and then you get all the Cowboy fans.
It's just fun watching the Cowboys lose because they think that they're going to go to the Super Bowl every year. And every year they're like, this isn't like last year. This is our year.
And it's exactly like last year.
Then with all that talent on that roster.
Do you think Dak's gone?
Do you think he's gone? Is his contract up?
No. But I'm just saying the overreaction from everybody in the media world that's not Barn Burner Sports has been, they're going to get rid of Dak, blow the whole thing up, this thing won't work, blah, blah, blah.
So are we going to see a straight-across trade for Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, just flip him, Mike McCarthy's guy?
After today when Nathaniel Hackett got hired, obviously.
How did he get an offensive coordinator job?
Because he wasn't calling plays last year, and he called he's done well in the past calling plays.
I see it the same way that I see Brandon Staley. I didn't even know he was a defensive coach because their defense stinks.
Yeah, that's
fair.
I
wouldn't have thought Nathaniel Hackett was an offense guy watching the Broncos play early on in the season.
That's fair, and I don't know. I saw a lot of Aaron Rodgers in Jets jerseys today, and I haven't heard from our Jets fan Cameron yet to see his thoughts.
How would you feel about twice a year in Aaron Rodgers?
I feel better about seeing Aaron Rodgers twice a year than Tom Brady twice a year.
Right now, Tom Brady?
Tom Brady. Whatever.
Just,
Tom Brady, you get me.
Really?
Right now, I think Aaron Rodgers is good enough to win in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, he's just not going to get the job.
Yeah, we call that the Dak Prescott effect.
But we should call it the Aaron Rodgers effect because that's what he's done.
I mean, at least he's won one.
Yeah, but also, did anybody ever think Dak was never projected to be like, oh, he's going to win a Super Bowl?
Who do you think is better in an overall aspect, Aaron Rodgers or Drew Brees?
Drew Brees.
I think I'm taking Drew Brees if you restart a franchise today and I know what career they're going to have.
I agree. I think I'm taking Drew Brees too because, I mean, so
AJ's going to be smiling while he's editing this.
He is. The crazy part about what I was listening to Pat when Aaron's on is he's like that number he's like $60 million next year. That's a lot of money, like Pat says, and he's like, oh, it's gonna have to be a different number. Does he mean he needs to be lower?
Yeah. Does he want to take a pay cut, or does he want a lot of money
for a year?
Don't know.
That's my, and it's not
going to shell out $65 million for a 1-year contract.
Everybody is everybody in the NFL, good on them for making as much money as they can. I am never gonna be against that.
It's true.
But that's the one difference maker between what Tom Brady's career has been and Aaron Rodgers potentially.
That's true. You gotta be able to have money around you to win games.
Exactly, and it's nothing against Aaron Rodgers because he did not have the financial security that Brady had with Giselle.
Right now, it's true.
Truly, that's a big difference, and I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing to wonder about. You know.
Well, yeah. Because you got to have the roster together to win games, or else you're just gonna be Dan Marino.
Exactly, and it's just an interesting deal that's gonna go on with Aaron Rodgers this offseason, and Tom Brady, obviously.
I hope. Also, Dak's poor Dak. His girlfriend broke up with him too after the game. He's had a rough couple days.
Oh no, poor Dak. I like Dak. I have nothing against Dak. I genuinely like Dak.
I feel like Dak's probably a cool guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
probably a great locker room guy.
Yeah.
Maybe
probably a fun party guy. I know there's a little DUI incident.
Hey, we don't shame quarterbacks to you. Shout out Mac Jones.
All I'm saying is Brock Purdy's never doing that sort of thing.
First guy in, last guy out.
First guy in.
Coach's kid.
Yeah.
So let's get to the NFC Championship. So we're not going to pick the game. Unless you want to.
This game.
Oh,
yeah.
We're not going to pick it.
Yeah.
We'll discuss it.
Give my thoughts.
We're going to do a TD score, bet. So, start with the 49ers fan. Dalton, how do you feel about this game? What matchups do you like? What do you like about it?
Here's what I see. The Cowboys had, I think, a top 3 rushing defense, and the Eagles is 11th, something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers. But if the 49ers can run the ball on you, I think they're going to win the game. And if they can't run the ball on you, it's going to look ugly. Cowboys average 35 points a game this season?
Yeah.
49ers hold them to 12?
Yeah.
The only thing that scares me about the Eagles offense is usually mobile quarterbacks don't work too well against the Niners.
Don't work too well or work really well?
Work really well. Don't work well for our favor.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens there. But overall, I think that if Christian McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell both have a lot of yards, the Niners are going to win the game.
Yeah, and I think
final score prediction, 24 Niners, 13 Eagles.
Wow.
Brock Purdy's moving on to the Super Bowl.
You know, where I'm thinking about this is, I agree. With a Kyle Shanahan offense, if you can run the ball, you control the whole game.
Yeah, it all revolves around running the ball.
And which they weren't able to do last week, but I think they're not that's not going to happen 2 weeks in a row.
Another problem is, I think that the Eagles have a pretty scary front seven. I think that Brock Purdy's going to be running around a lot.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this is going to be a very fun matchup. I think it could be a low scoring. Honestly, this could be a low scoring game, or it could be a shootout.
I still think the Niners win. I think A.J. Brown might have a very big game.
I think so too. I think my anytime touchdown scorer will be Jalen Hurts. Because I like you said, 49ers aren't great against.
They'll get down to the red zone and he'll probably scamper in. I think
that's what he's done all year.
Yeah, unless Fred Warner locks eyes and is a heat-seeking missile.
Yeah, and that could happen. And then I'm gonna go my first touchdown scorer of George Kittle.
Really?
Plus
I almost doubled down and said Ayuk first touchdown score again. We both watched him drop a pass that was going to go in the end zone. We both had that bet.
I think he would have been down at the 1, but yes. Yeah, I know. Sorry.
It almost happened.
It did.
But I'm going to go with Ayuk anytime touchdown again. That's plus 240. I think that there's no way that he goes back-to-back games with that one right now.
Yeah.
And A.J. Brown anytime touchdown plus 145. I just think that there's going to be Jalen Hurts going to scamper around. There's going to be blown coverage, and he's going to be open.
Yeah, and most of where the 49ers have been banged up at has been corner. So,
yeah.
They definitely Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown is a good combination to have. It could be a little bit scary for the corners secondary, but you got little Palamalu walked around back there as well.
He smells what the play is going to be.
He does.
You can see him before the play, and he does this thing where he just runs up to the line super quick and then just full tilt to the backfield.
Yeah. No,
it's awesome.
He's very fun to watch. I'm very excited about that game. I told my boss I'm not coming to work until that game's over.
As you should.
And he said me either. So
Nick Bosa didn't get a sack or a quarterback hit at all, I think, this weekend.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I agree. I think
a busted up Lane Johnson might not be able to hold him.
Yeah, that's true.
But then again, the 49ers have a D-end who beat up his girlfriend this week. Who knows if he'll play?
He is playing.
Yeah, until the legal system goes through.
Which is not going to happen this week.
You would have thought that the convict would have been playing when the Cowboys were on the field last week. That seems more their speed.
It does, Nick Bosa, they record sacks minus 166 on FanDuel.
Minus 166?
Yes.
I love that.
And so I like that too.
I looked at this game's passed, but I did look at Sam Hubbard to get a sack for the Bengals. That's plus 300. I kind of like that.
Dude, what I like right now, kind of forgot it was a thing. Did Ndamukong Suh to record a sack on Brock Purdy? Plus 440.
I feel like
he's a clutch player.
This might be the most time that Brock Purdy's been sacked in a game ever. I could see that happening.
I agree. Hufanga interceptions plus 740.
That could happen.
That could really
What's
happen.
is Tashawn Gibson interception on there?
Yeah.
What's that at?
Plus 400.
I would take that.
I'd take that too. I think that's a good one.
He finds the ball.
He does. It's never a bad idea to throw some money on Darius Slay to get a pick because that dude's a dog.
Very good at football. But then again, you got to think about the luckiest quarterback ever, and that's Brock Purdy when he throws it to the other player, or the player on the other team. And they just don't catch it.
That is true. That is true. I'm very excited. Like, this is going to be, obviously we have 3 NFL games left in the whole year, which is sad.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited. I think this is the best 2 teams in the NFC. I think they have been all year.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. I think the NFC really doesn't have a lot of top-tier teams, and those are the top 2.
Yeah, and I like watching the 49ers. I like watching Sirianni, you know.
I'll be devastated if they lose.
I know you will. And that's very fair. That's
I'd
very
say maybe
fair.
worse than last year, because last year I think it's hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah, and you haven't played the Eagles this year. It'll be an interesting game. I think I'm very curious how each team will come out. And, like, Sirianni hasn't been in this big of a stage yet. At least that's an advantage for Kyle Shanahan. Should be an advantage for Kyle Shanahan. You would think.
Learn from your mistakes, Kyle.
Yeah. Let's not do something again. All right. So the next game. The Bengals at the Chiefs have had an interesting how should I say it? Interesting line movement as this week has gone on.
The line literally could be anywhere, I think.
The line has gone from the Chiefs -3 to start all the way to the Chiefs +1 yesterday. And when it was this morning, when it was the Chiefs +1, the Chiefs were still favored in the money line.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then it flipped again, and now it's Chiefs -1. It's just they should just take out spread, and it's just a pick 'em.
Yeah,
because it's really what it is.
Well, when you're betting a spread with 1 point, you're just picking the winner.
Yeah, and like I just don't understand. I don't know. I think everybody kind of saw how good Patrick Mahomes looks. That cost him change up.
I'll never count that guy out.
I wouldn't count that guy out.
I also
either.
won't count the other guy out.
No, I think this is going to be an awesome game.
I won't count either of those guys out. They're both so good at football.
I think it's going to be an awesome game.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think that what's going to ruin it for me is if the Niners lose and I just don't even want to look at football after, and I can't even enjoy it.
I'll be at work during this game, so.
Sucks.
You
have had a rough stretch for the playoff.
I'm hoping we get done with work before the 4th quarter. That is all I want.
That's fair.
And if I can see any part of the 4th quarter, I'll be happy. But if I had to, I think we just picked the money line here. I just have a hard time not picking the Bengals, but I have a hard time not picking the Chiefs.
Do you just pick Joe Burrow to beat Patrick Mahomes until he doesn't?
I feel like that's what you do, but also, no way he goes 4 in a row, right? No way.
I don't know. I think that either it's going to be the Bengals are going to win a close one or the Chiefs are going to come out angry. Maybe knock the doors off them.
I'm back and forth. I really can't decide. But
also, last week, I don't think you didn't get to watch the Chiefs game. Yeah, you were at the.
No, I got to watch some of it.
I felt like every other play, Patrick Mahomes was just dumping it off to Travis Kelce in the middle of the field.
Travis Kelce's a dog.
He's a dog.
And
he's the second best tight end in the league.
No comment.
Okay.
He's a dog, dude. He is so good. I don't know who to pick. I think Eli Apple's going to get beat by Kadarius Toney at one point in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Jerick McKinnon's probably going to slip out of the backfield, catch a pass, take it to the house.
Isaiah Pacheco's going to run for 5 yards and all of a sudden accelerate for 20.
Yep.
But then Joe Burrow's going to throw Jamar Chase for 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Joe Mixon's going to be playing football.
Yeah.
T. Higgins will get one, probably 40-yard catch.
And it's going to be a tough catch. He's going to make it. And it's just, I don't know what to do. That being said,
I want to say this is a barn burner bets guarantee. But you're going to be mad at me if I do.
What is it? Let's discuss it before we say it's got the stamp.
Trent Irwin's going to catch a touchdown in this game.
I don't hate it.
Plus 590. I think that guy's going to score.
On plus 590 on FanDuel, that's plus 1,000.
Well, Montana Sports Bet stinks. I don't know what to tell you. Also, Noah Gray touchdown. Plus 460. Those are two that I like.
Product, Noah Gray.
Those are two that I like.
You know, I don't hate it at all, actually. If I was going to bet something, if I could actually parlay something, I would do Jamar Chase touchdown, Joe Mixon touchdown, Travis Kelce touchdown.
Yeah, that's
it's probably not great odds.
That's the can't lose parlay.
But lose. I mean, it's plus 826 for those three.
That's awesome.
Score in the same game. But you can't do that on Montana Sportsbook either.
I told myself after last week that I didn't think I was going to make any bets this week because I threw down $20 and made 4 bets, and
I think we have to.
None of them hit, but I'd be kicking myself if everyone gets in the end zone and I didn't put money on it.
I mean, and I agree. You got to put some money out there, especially when your team's not in it. Makes
scared money don't make money.
Exactly. And that might be like your way of not coping, but like if the 49ers lose, maybe that's how you keep yourself to watching the game.
That'll keep me interested.
Exactly. So
yeah, I definitely don't think I'll bet on the Niners game.
No, I wouldn't. I would not. My first touchdown scorer will be
Jamar Chase.
MVS.
Okay. I don't know. We caught one last week. Who knows if he will again.
Depends on who's guarding him.
Also, the fun thing with Patrick Mahomes is he really doesn't. We are not responsible for any damage that happens within this podcast studio. The fun thing about Patrick Mahomes is you really just never know. Like, apart from Travis Kelce, you really never know who's going to score.
No, he
could be any of them.
He could hand the ball off to Ronald Jones, and he could score.
Yeah.
And I would never think Ronald Jones is going to score a touchdown today.
Is Byron Pringle still there?
No, he's gone. He's been gone.
He might just...
Devin Asiasi, which team does he play for? Former Patriot, Devin Asiasi.
I heard his name this weekend. I don't remember.
Quick Google search?
Yeah, give it a quick look up.
He is playing for...
I wrote down Bengals money line, but I'm really second-guessing myself
The
now.
Bengals. Dude, I feel like I've talked myself out of the Bengals, but I want to pick the Bengals. And I think I picked the Bengals on the board.
I want to see...
So I'm going with the Bengals -1.
I want to see the Bengals in the Super Bowl over the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes gives me nightmares. I think that Joe Burrow doesn't run around and create plays as well as Patrick Mahomes does. Not saying that he doesn't. Like, he's not good at it. It's just Patrick Mahomes at a different level. The Niners are not good when a guy scrambles around and throws one down the field.
Yeah. I agree. I think anytime you have to play Patrick Mahomes, it's a scary thing. At least with Burrow, like, he's probably going to be in the pocket.
I just think that the team I think the team that the Niners match up against better is the Bengals.
I agree. I think that game would be very low scoring.
I think it'd be weirdly high scoring. They played last year. I think they went into overtime. I think it was like 27-27.
I think it would be a Rams-Patriots Super Bowl Part 2.
Really?
I think both defense are very good.
I'm just glad if my team does make it, and it's a Rams-Patriots Super Bowl, that my team is in it. Because if not, I would not be able to stand watching the Super Bowl.
That was
it's like the first 3 quarters of the Dallas Niners game. If anyone else was watching, they probably didn't like it that much.
That was tough to watch.
Exactly. I was invested.
That was a great Super Bowl. The Patriots one. I really loved
Another thing, if the Niners make it, I'm ready to get hurt again. I won't think that they're going to win a Super Bowl until they do.
At least like if they're in the Super Bowl, you're prepared for the hurt.
Yeah, I've felt it before on a couple different stages.
Dude, it's not fun.
No, it sucks.
When your team loses a Super Bowl,
it gets built up for 2 weeks. You get all excited. Your team goes up 10 in the fourth quarter and gets a pick.
And
you're jumping up and down.
And Kyle Juszczyk scored.
Hour later, you're laying face down on the bed crying.
Yeah,
I wasn't crying. It was close.
It's how it goes, man. It's how it goes. And so, obviously, you just kind of touched on this that I was thinking about is which Super Bowl matchup you'd like to see.
If the Niners make it, I want Niners-Bengals. But if the Niners lose, I definitely want Eagles-Chiefs because I think that would be awesome.
I agree. Right now, looking at the odds, they got Bengals-Eagles would be plus 220. Bengals-49ers plus 320. Chiefs-Eagles plus 230. Chiefs-49ers plus 330. So, it's hard. When you get down to this, like, little group of teams, it's hard to, like, say which ones you'd really want to see.
Yeah.
But I think, like you said, if
it's a great group of teams, I'd watch probably all of them. But
exactly. But if it's not the 49ers, I agree. Eagles-Chiefs would be electric.
It would be awesome.
It'd be so awesome.
But I want Nick Sirianni to be crying by the end of the week.
That's fair. It's a very fair point. What else we got today? Oh, the big question that's been going on the big platforms of football media is who would you start your franchise with right now? Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. You can't say Brock Purdy.
Well, that sucks because that is Drew Brees mixed with Patrick Mahomes. We're number 13 down there in Santa Clara. But I think that there's only one correct answer, and his name is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason. I don't see a reason why you would a facet of the game that you would choose one of those other guys.
Yeah, that's fair.
Josh Allen, love him to death. He turns the ball over a lot.
I wouldn't pick Josh Allen. Like if I just start bench cut, I'm cutting Josh Allen.
And I think that Patrick Mahomes does what Joe Burrow does, but he's got that it factor.
Like there's still times that, I don't know. Just when Joe Burrow throws the ball, I never think it's an interception.
That's true.
With Patrick Mahomes, sometimes I'm like, when the game doesn't start out how the Chiefs like, when he can't get going right away, he starts to force it, which every quarterback does, and I get it. But with Joe Burrow, it's Joe Burrow.
And I agree. I love Joe Burrow. But Patrick Mahomes, we can think of it last year as like, because he got injured rookie year. It's the first year we really saw Joe Burrow. How many touchdowns did he throw, you think?
I don't know.
Probably 35 to 40 something is what I'd say. Patrick Mahomes blazed open the league 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
It's true. I don't know. I'm back and forth on it. That's for sure.
He's about to win his second MVP.
Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
I thought Jalen Hurts was going to win it.
No way.
Oh, yeah, he got hurt. That's right.
I feel like you got to give it to Patrick Mahomes.
Probably. I mean, it's like you could have gave the MVP
to LeBron every year?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But people get bored, so.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I think he wouldn't win it.
I'm taking Patrick Mahomes. Well, here's another thing, too. And this is the only thing that would keep me tilted towards Joe Burrow. What does Patrick Mahomes look like right now if Andy Reid isn't his head coach?
It's a fair question. And, Zach Taylor does not get enough credit.
No.
Because he's done an amazing job.
You never hear his name.
You never hear his name. And
he turned around the program.
Yeah. He took a guy with a bad torn knee, brought him back.
Destroyed knee.
Brought him back and said, we're going to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
And by golly, they went to the Super Bowl.
They did.
And they could go to another one.
Won a playoff game in Arrowhead, which is...
Burrowhead.
Did
you hear Mike Hilton call it that?
No, but until it changes, I'm fine with it.
Mike Hilton was mic'd up, and at the end of the Bills game, he's on the sideline. Yeah, get ready. We're going to Burrowhead next week. Until that changes, it's very fair.
He's the Mahomes killer.
Maybe. Maybe he's what Brady was to Manning.
Maybe. Just kind of ruining a good thing.
Peyton Manning could have had 3-4 Super Bowls.
Peyton Manning was more talented, arguably.
Disagree. But obviously, impartial.
Yeah.
Biased, maybe. A lot. But, I don't know. I think...
Is Joe Burrow going to be the reason that Patrick Mahomes doesn't have 5 Super Bowls?
He could be. Everybody...
If you're a Chiefs fan, you're expecting him to win 3, right? At least.
Yeah. And I think what, not annoys me, but it's very valid, but everybody's like, oh, the AFC is Allen versus Mahomes, when it should be it's Burrow and Mahomes right now.
Josh Allen made the AFC Championship at all?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No.
And I get, he's more fun to watch highlights of, Josh Allen is.
Nobody circles the wagons like that.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. But, I don't know. But no one Bengals like the Bengals. So
it's true.
Because
we thought the Bengals stunk for 5 weeks this year.
Stunk.
Yeah. I didn't even think they were going to make the playoffs.
Joe Burrow told everybody to relax, pretty much.
Because the Super Bowl window's open as long as he's on the field.
Love that.
And his helmet is strapped.
Love that quote. Moving forward, there is basketball happening.
Basketball.
We went to a game.
I have watched maybe almost 2 basketball games in the last couple weeks.
I was scrolling through last night, and hockey wasn't on yet, and I watched college basketball last night,
Yeah.
I watched the Magic. Fun team to watch, by the way. A lot of young talent.
Yeah. Bryce is probably turning in his grave that we're talking about basketball finally, and he's just not here.
Oh, I know. And then we went to the Grizz Cat basketball game.
Great game.
If you could tell me the environment.
I got a free sandwich.
Exactly. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Sponsor us. If you could tell me every Grizz basketball game would be that kind of environment, I'd go.
Yeah, and I think that the reason that it's not is because there's people like us that are like, gosh, if they all like were that cool, I'd go.
But they're not.
Like, we're not going to go.
Yeah. And it also doesn't help when your friends don't say hi to you at the game.
Yeah. Friend, just too cool, D1 football player.
Friend/boss.
Friend/boss.
AJ Forbes.
Yeah.
You insert your video to recover yourself from this right now.
Yeah. We walk right by a guy. Just want to know what it was? He treated me like most athletes treat a NARP.
Yeah. Yeah, you think you know a guy.
Yeah. Got recruits with him.
All the other guys said hi to me.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
It's wild.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Bryce did send in something for basketball talk.
What'd he send in?
Tonight against the Mavericks, DeAndre Ayton over 17.5 points. DeAndre Ayton over 9.5 rebounds. Parlay plus 204.
I don't hate that.
Don't hate it.
I like DeAndre Ayton.
I don't know who the Mavericks have that they're big.
The Mavericks?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can't have it.
Kristaps is on the Wizards.
This is how much basketball we know, for anyone that was wondering.
We've been playing 2K, so I feel like I should know this.
I've been playing with the back then roster, so.
We're looking at...
I got Penny Hardaway.
Oh, no.
I don't know who their big is. They don't have a big.
Dwight Powell?
The Stanford product?
It's probably going to be Reggie... No, not Reggie Bullock. I'm thinking of a different guy.
Is Boban even there still?
I don't think he is.
Oh, yeah, they separated Boban and Luka.
Maxi Kleber?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Oh, what are we looking at? It's JaVale McGee.
He's not even on the frickin'... I can't even find JaVale McGee on here.
He'll be playing at some point. JaVale always sneaks in there.
He does. Great player.
JaVale, one of the greatest role players of all time.
Yeah. I don't know. Dwight Howard might have something to say about that.
Loved Lakers Dwight Howard.
Just NBA champion.
Yeah.
But
the 1-2 punch of JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard was the reason that chipper was won.
100%. 100%. Nothing to do with LeBron.
No.
Has there been...
And all to do with Alex Caruso.
Yes, absolutely. Has there been any teams that you've been watching here a little bit you've watched that you've enjoyed?
In basketball?
In basketball.
Well, let's say a player. Tyrese Maxey from the 76ers is a dog.
A dog.
He's a hooper. Yeah. There's a difference between basketball players and hoopers. He's a hooper.
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I love LaMelo Ball and the Hornets.
It's hard not to like LaMelo.
I don't even know if... I think he got hurt a while ago. I don't even know if he's playing.
I don't think he
LaMelo Ball is my favorite player in the NBA. I'm going to say that right now.
Favorite enough to get a jersey, question mark.
Those Hornets jerseys look real nice.
They do. Let's see if LaMelo is playing. I don't think so. He's not on any of the...
You just kind of forget that basketball is just...
It's happening all the time.
It's there.
Yeah.
It's always in the shadows.
Shout out Mason Plumlee,
Shout out. What a dog.
What a dog. Still in the NBA. Your Kraken got a big win yesterday.
Oh, yeah? That really good player for the Kraken?
Yeah, your guy.
I know hockey.
Dalton knows hockey.
Go Kraken.
Go Kraken. Yeah, and then I went 2 for 2 with my whiteboard picks yesterday. Bryce got his one.
I went all NFL, I think.
He went all NFL.
Yeah.
Juwan Jennings, anytime touchdown. Lock it up.
I wish that there was something that you could bet on. It's like third down conversions made by player.
Yeah.
And it's all going on Juwan Jennings.
Dude, I saw a prop that doesn't win you much money, but if you're in a parlay, it would be nice. It was like Juwan Jennings over 2.5 catches.
It's going to happen.
And
they're all 3 of those catches that he would get all crucial to the game.
Yes. He might make the biggest play. Like, it might be 3rd and 2 with 3 minutes left in the game, tie game, to get into field goal range, and he'll make the catch.
Yeah, if he's on the field, I'm confident the Niners will convert on downs.
Yeah, and he'll block his butt off, too, until...
Yeah, for those listening at home, if you ever want to just not watch what's going on during the play, just go watch Juwan Jennings block during the play.
Number 15.
Number 15, wide receiver for the 49ers. He does this fun thing where he just hits a guy a lot, and then sometimes he gets him on the ground, and he hits him some more on the ground. And then the whistle blows, and then he starts a fight.
Pretty much. He's fun to watch. He's definitely fun to watch. He just takes it one extra step further.
He does.
And everybody hates it on the other team, but you love it when it's your player.
I love him. This is the best.
It's the best. Anything else before we go, Dalton?
Baseball season.
It's almost here.
Just can't wait.
Monday's a big day for baseball season.
Why is that?
The cover of the show comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Which means we're getting closer to the show being released. Which means
The show in the summertime is a great time.
Which means I will take all the smoke from anyone that listens to this podcast or is on this podcast.
I suck.
And I will destroy you.
That is fair. I got no complaints there.
But
I'll beat you in 2K, though.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
I want the smoke.
You've never lost me in 2K23.
I have never lost you in 2K23. You're right.
Let that be stated. Also, did we ever talk about the fact that AJ beat me in NCAA 14?
When?
Don't you remember? We talked all that shit on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And I forgot how to play defense.
Dalton's been on a little bit of a struggle bus.
Yeah, it's like Oklahoma playing an SEC team.
It really is. And
we score a lot of points, but there's nobody on that defensive side of the ball.
No, and after we finished Cam Murray's career.
Can we get a moment of silence for the great Cam Murray, the greatest not only college quarterback, greatest player of all time, broke every record that Tennessee and college football had to offer.
Rushing and passing. 7 foot.
Don't forget why.
397.
Why?
3-time NCAA champion.
3-time Heisman.
Rest in peace.
Never forget when Cam Murray went off for 100 touchdowns in a season and didn't win the Heisman.
Yeah, and they gave it Jameis Winston.
Yes. Standing on the corner, Jameis Winston down in Nova. This fucking show's stupid.
It is stupid. But yeah, AJ will continue to lose to everyone besides Dalton, apparently, in NCAA football.
It's true.
Dalton will lose in 2K probably later today.
I highly doubt it.
But
I'm very good at that game.
Thank you all for listening to these 43 minutes of
42 minutes and 4 seconds
of just a travesty of the show.
Yeah, we're here though.
It's 2 guys missing 2 of their friends.
Yeah,
to banter with, and we'll keep grinding until they get back.
And we don't have to sit through Bryce trying to make this microphone work.
We don't have to sit through him trying to find ways to crap on my teams.
No Duke or Notre Dame talk at all today, which is
September 30th is going to be a big day for one of us.
Really? Where's that game being played?
At Wallace Wade Stadium.
Really?
In Durham.
Throw out the record books.
Throw out the records books when you go to Wallace Wade, baby. And Riley Leonard's the quarterback back of that Duke team. That being said, miss you, Bryce.
Thank you, Bryce.
Jacob. Thank
you
both.
Jacob.
Can't wait to have you both back. I think we're good to go. See you guys next week.
Bye.